So what's been happening in the US is we take all the public goods as given, right? I mean, maybe not anymore in California, but largely the fact that there will be clean water, there will be a sidewalk to walk on, there will be basic law enforcement, there will be some efforts to mitigate air pollution, so on and so forth. There's not like crazy shooting on the street. You have some basic situation under control. That's taken for granted. And then it's about the private sector supplying all those other things. And within that, there's a digital space where the private sector really comes in, right? In India, it's kind of flipped over. The private sector still needs to build a lot of hardware design solutions, which are just taken for granted in the United States, right? So those things don't get picked up. So when I say what are VCs getting wrong, I have to tell you both what they fail or misunderstand, but also what they're not picking. And I think they're not picking enough hardware solution space. And it's probably because when it comes to software, there's virtually no product risk, right? It's like a few young developers who get together for a few weeks, drink Red Bull, eat pizza, they come up with a software solution. So the real risk you have is market risk. You don't have much product risk. Whereas when it comes to hardware stuff, like, this air pollution device and so on, they think that you have product risk and you have market risk. Whereas I think there's very little market risk there. You've been seeing multiple air pollution ads for products, when you just read the morning paper. But the product risk is quite high and they don't know how to understand that because the VC world is so plugged into digital goods and not physical, big manufacturing related goods. So I think there's a mismatch there. And I hope they catch up soon because these are like $20 bills lying on the table. By the way, even Indian VCs don't capture it. So it's not just the American VCs getting it wrong. The Indian VCs mimic American VCs. The people who really fund those solutions are the angels in India. The angels have their brains switched on, right? They have built these things before. They know how to pool their money. They know how to de-risk product development. They know how to think about it. Whereas the VCs are only thinking about product to market fit, which is a very vicey influence on VCs more generally. Not that they got it wrong. They've done it splendidly well. But it may not have a one-on-one fit for India, where you only worry about market risk and you think we'll only fund things where there's no real product risk.